Thank you for listening and welcome to the Life Podcast, a proud member of the Eventide Entertainment Podcast Network. I'm your host, Don Smith. Ed John and Jess Cordry press on as co-guest co-hosts, and Holly Schock joins in to talk about her little Pikachu. If you enjoy the show, like and follow the Life 1069 on Facebook and Don Smith Comedy on Twitter, or tune in live on Wednesdays from noon to 2 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM, or you can stream the show live at wwsu1069.org.
The brutal presence overwhelms me. The brutal presence overwhelms me.
All right. We are back on the Life Radio Show. Why? Because we got nowhere else to go. I'm your host, Don Smith, sitting in. Still, my two guest co-hosts are still in here, Jess Cordry and Ed John.
What up?
Morning, everybody.
Fantastic job keeping me entertained, which is the co-host job. That's really it's the only reason.
That doesn't sound
okay,
quite
that's
right.
your phone.
That doesn't sound quite right. We're not here. Are we really here to entertain the host?
Yes. Well,
pretty much.
Jess was just over here fup-loading a little bit ago. So.
Hashtag upload.
Yep. Our actual guest made it into the studio. Holly
everybody.
Schock. Holly
Hi.
Schock is
What
in
up,
with
Holly?
us.
I'm glad to be here with you, Don, and the Fupload brothers.
You're
and-
Facebook living, aren't you?
No. Why?
Okay.
Should I?
No, I was just asking. My pen just disappeared. No, I was just asking because you keep looking down over there. Is it?
No.
Is
I'm
something?
sorry.
Is there somebody else over there with you other than Ed?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Anybody down here? At the
Well, here's
Fupload?
hoping. Here's hoping.
All right.
Welcome to the show again. You've been a regular guest.
Yeah,
But
more or
it's been
less.
a little
yeah,
while. It's been a little while.
One of these days, I'll actually remember where the place is.
Yeah, and you
keep
came in with a little flailing Pikachu of your own,
Yes, I did. My flailing Pikachu or flaming Pikachu.
or flaming could be
Yes.
either way.
Flaming and flailing.
Ooh, ah.
What's up, Jeff? What's up, Ed?
I don't think we should attach a tag to the Pikachu.
It should just be Pikachu
Let
by
it
itself.
identify
There should
as
be.
itself. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a
Well,
tag on its butt.
Yeah, there is. Okay.
Pikachu-
Well, is it
Pikachu's
flaming
matter,
or
yes.
flailing?
Yeah.
And it's definitely flaming.
Okay.
It burns.
He
Well,
may
now we know.
identify differently.
Now
you
we know.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
He
Face
may
it
identify
away
differently.
from the red. Huh?
He may identify as differently. You know.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's the deepest thing I've heard.
We've been deep all day.
Oh yeah.
We've been deep all day.
It's
I
been
know.
deep.
I could tell when I was driving here.
It has definitely been
You
deep.
guys were making me laugh so much I missed my exit and ended up halfway to Cincinnati, and I turned back around. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it
I
could be a
scored-
Pikachu that identifies as like the turtle one, whatever that is.
Squirtle.
Oh,
Squirtle.
Gamera?
Yeah, Squirtle. No,
Yeah.
Squirtle. He's right.
Squirtle.
He's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I just was seeing who would know that.
I was
And
thinking
I'm
of
a
the
local
flaming-
Pokemon authority.
you are the Pokemon of Pokemon.
Ooh.
Well, yeah, I've poked.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
He
that's
poked
going the wrong way there.
Yep.
I poked a few men.
So you
Bob.
you know your way around a Squirtle is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good
Kind of
comment.
got me in a box there.
So we're not going to be serious this show either. Okay.
No.
Oh, we were supposed to be serious for this.
Yeah,
Oh
when
man,
does that ever
I'm
happen?
sorry. Ed.
No.
I'm sorry. What would you?
Get
what-
used
what
to
would you-
disappointment.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
Yeah.
He looks,
he looks
he looks
used
so
to it,
serene right now.
actually.
You're very
Yeah, he's-
zen.
Yes. That kind of day.
Yeah.
That kind of day.
You
Is
all
the
right,
king
Ed?
not calling in today?
The king has not called in.
The king's
today.
not calling in today. I
Oh.
was.
I've been
Which
disappointed.
king?
We got
Herod? No, I'm sorry.
Don King.
Don King. Oh, okay.
Only in America.
Living in the
We got the greatest of
USA.
the greatest. Dr. King.
Dr. King.
Dr.
Oh.
Dr. King.
I can't
yes,
make
yeah.
jokes
Okay.
about him.
No Dr. King jokes.
That's right.
Gandhi
That's
can't
right.
make
That's right.
jokes about
That's right.
Gandhi.
That's right.
Now Malcolm X, yeah, but no,
Stupid.
just kidding.
Oh, I'm totally fine.
Huh?
Totally fine. I wanted the king to call in today. I wanted to hear from the king.
Lord
Yeah,
Rumble.
yeah. We haven't heard from the king yet.
That's
so.
King of Wakanda.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we typically get a call in the first hour of the show from the King of Wakanda, but
That's crazy.
yeah, what we haven't. I don't understand why.
That's crazy.
I would think he'd be more eager to call in with Ed here.
I wanted to meet the guy.
Yeah,
Speak to him.
yeah.
Maybe
He's
next time.
a pleasant guy. He's a big fan of the show. I hope he's listening right now.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
Big deal. The
Yeah,
life.
not
radio.
much of a comic, but
Oh, the
Live
king
Radio
of.
is
Okay.
yeah.
Well, he's getting
loves
ready
the
to fight
show.
Galactus or somebody, isn't he? No.
That could be. That
No.
could be.
Gamera.
I don't know.
No, that movie, that
Infinity-
Marvel.
Could be.
Marvel,
Could be back
Marvel,
to
yeah.
school
Infinity War.
already. I don't
Yeah, that comes. I'm so excited to see that one.
That would be Thanos and the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yes.
Wow.
Sorry.
Have you seen Black Panther yet, Holly?
You're a nerd.
No, I'm going.
Holly has not seen Black Panther, but she's talking about Infinity War.
But I will go see Black Panther before I see Infinity War. I
Damn
promise.
right.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Damn right.
I'm scared now.
I haven't seen it. So.
Oh,
I'm a slacker, Ed. You know that.
I had
it comes
drove
to
an
movies,
Infinity
you-
once. I think it was a car called Infinity, wasn't there?
I think it was. Yeah.
Black
Yeah.
Panther, then Infinity War.
Okay.
That's the line.
I will.
Holly.
No, I'm going to
In
see it.
that
I promise.
order.
I
In
can- I
that
see
order.
In that
In
order.
that order.
Yes.
Don't be catching
Absolutely.
Black Panther on the matinee, but going to see Infinity War like the day it drops. Don't be Holly.
No, I'm going to go. I'm going to see Black Panther. Then I'm going to see Infinity War.
I need
in
to
the
see
same
2
day.
ticket stubs. Huh?
I want to see it in the same day.
Okay,
Yeah,
combo.
he
type
wants
deal.
proof.
Oh,
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, Ed don't mess around.
Cool.
He wants proof.
well, I know. I don't. I get scared.
Cool. I don't want to see a half price Black Panther ticket.
yeah.
Wow.
I don't want to see no $4.75 midday.
well, I get my senior discount. now,
Midday,
though.
not
Oh,
no.
there you go.
Well,
Oh,
I mean, yeah,
you're
you
not
earn-
even
you
allowed
earn-
a senior.
she
You're
earned
not
a
even
discount.
allowed a senior
I'm
discount.
just
Yeah.
saying, I don't want to see a senior discount at a matinee ticket stub.
I did a lot of
Okay,
flub
so-
bluffing or whatever you call that word.
I need it's fuck
Somehow,
loading.
somehow I
Fuck
believe
loading.
that too.
Fuck loading. We're fuck
Yeah.
loading today.
What'd you call it? Fun bluffing?
Flub
Is it?
bluffing.
Flub busting.
I don't know.
Flub busting.
Yeah, who you
We
gonna
out
call?
here trying to break records. We're out here trying to break records.
Well, there they are.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch behind you. Ed.
All
That's
of
it.
them.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you
For
go.
the box office.
Oh, you for Black Panther. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to
You,
come
and,
to
you
you.
and the King are out
Breaking
trying to
records.
break some
Yep.
records. Okay.
I'm the American
Already
ambassador.
broken a lot of them, I got to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it beat Titanic now.
Cool.
That is correct.
Yeah,
Yes.
but Titanic sunk, and they just not.
It did tank. It did tank.
You'd have to be out about 4 more years to catch Avatar, though. That's way,
Yeah,
way,
Avatar's
way
up there.
Which
Avatar's up there.
Which wasn't that good.
Which I'm sure I haven't
love
seen. I
Avatar.
haven't seen
That was
Black
great.
Panther. It's
I love
gotta be
Avatar.
better
That was the
than
first
Avatar.
Blu-ray I ever bought was Avatar.
Wow.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah. And it's got Zoe Saldana in it.
Well,
Okay, that's
Kinda
but
sorta.
yeah,
But
but
she's
still
Soy,
all
it's not
dressed
really
up.
her.
And, yeah, it's like it's
But
an
but
Avatar
under
kind
that
of.
paint you can still see, you can still
no, it's all CGI.
You still-
Yeah,
you can still see.
I
was
got
like,
you. I got you.
Yeah.
I'm sort of feeling that, maybe.
Yeah, Zoe.
Maybe.
Oh yeah. Gotta love Zoe. She
Yeah.
she
Oh,
was
yeah,
in
she's a
the
good
Star
one.
Trek, the
Yep,
ones that
the
they
Star
redid.
Galaxy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Both,
Guardians of the
actually.
Galaxy.
Star Trek and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and
So y'all seen Guardian of the Galaxy? You
Good
seen
morning.
that too?
I
huh?
did.
You seen that, but you haven't seen Black Panther.
Well, somebody made me watch Guardians of the Galaxy.
I've been
I
trying to
wasn't
make you
really a
watch Black
fan.
Panther for like 2 months now.
Yeah, but I'm not married to you, Ed.
Touche.
There's a difference.
Touche.
If my wife said, "Hey, let's go see Black Panther," guess what? We're going to see Black Panther.
Okay. Got to win the women
So
over.
yeah, you're going to have to get with her.
You gotta
and-
win the women
and,
over.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
she picks all of our movies.
He's being a good neighbor.
Okay.
Right now.
Yeah,
That's the word
yeah.
you used a lot too earlier.
Yeah,
Neighbor.
yeah.
He is not a good neighbor. Did you listen to the first show?
I'm a great
Yeah.
neighbor.
Petty. He's the
I
pettiest.
had a bad neighbor, so I turned into a bad neighbor to him. My
If he's
neighbors
a-
on the other side, totally cool. Never had a problem with.
If he thinks
All right.
it's a bad neighbor, you should see if I moved in the neighborhood.
Yep. Well, you were looking at that house too.
Yeah, I was looking at the house and right next to him.
The house that the creepy guy lives
yeah,
in?
yeah.
And then it's in one of those little cul-de-sacs. It's so easy just to put a gate across the front and have a nice little gated three
Okay.
Yeah,
house
yeah,
community.
yeah. There you go.
Gate in a cul-de-sac. That's revolutionary. Like, for your own little personal
That's a
section of a
fortress.
cul-de-sac?
Yeah.
Well, we can block
Fortress
it
is
off. Have a
solid.
big
We should
block
build a
party
moat.
back there. You
Build
know?
a moat.
Oh, that's even better.
Cul-de-sac.
That's
Yes,
even
a
better.
moat.
We can park on the street and just boat across to our
Gondolas.
house.
Yeah.
We'll have
We
gondolas.
were talking about
gondolas.
Yeah,
That's
we'll have
even
gondolas,
better.
Yes. Little
That's even
Italy.
better. Having the
Inglewood.
gondolas.
Or Little
We can have
Venice.
in the background. See it
On
all
the grand
comes full
unveiling.
circle. That's it.
Yeah, we can fill it with chronic stuff like that. That'd be cool.
Say, grow our own chronic. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, with chronic piranha.
I'm all for that.
Here we go.
Oh,
I'm going to come to you, by the way, for all my printing needs.
Yeah, printer and
Oh,
copier
okay.
needs,
Yeah,
DCS
you sounded really
Technologies, come
sexy
see
on
Jess.
sexy when you said that.
I
too.
bet you were really disappointed when you saw me.
No, I am legally blind. But no, you're a wonderful looking man. You kind of remind me of
King Kong Bundy?
yeah, Bundy.
I was thinking Kurt Angle. He looks a lot like Kurt Angle.
I always get Vincent D'Onofrio in the
I
King
was
Kong.
thinking, I was
okay,
thinking
okay,
Butterball, the boxer, or Butterball. Butterbean, not
Butterbean.
Butterball. Butterball's a turkey.
He's got turkey on his mind again. Darn it.
Sorry, I'm hungry. We did.
Why, thank you. And you're fine looking yourself. Everyone in the studio is looking good. I tell you what.
Absolutely.
Like, we got some good looking
Black don't
people right
crack.
here.
Yeah.
That's not. I got nothing for that.
And drag, and
Another.
drag don't slag or something.
I have never heard that.
I just made it.
Don't
Sorry.
slag or snag.
Well, I snagged a few in my day.
I'm trying to think of a clever drag line.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Drag
fishing,
line.
isn't it?
Yeah.
That's fishing, isn't it?
drag
You go
line.
drag line.
Yeah, that's trolling, kind of. Yeah,
well, I trolled
that's
too.
it. Or trawling.
Trawling,
Something
trawling
like
for
that,
dollars.
Yeah. Dragging
I'm gonna
for
think of
dollars.
what
Yeah.
we're doing.
DCS for all your copy and printing technologies. Ask
Yep.
Jess for-
Yep, hurry up now before they hear this show and he's fired.
Yes.
Yep, you'll join the ranks of the unemployed.
And that's
Hey,
how I first came to the
hey.
show.
Oh, you guys
By
got 3D
choice.
printers?
You right.
You got a 3D printer there?
No, I don't handle those. Thank you, though.
Not my department, but
Not that printing need.
Yeah.
Okay.
For all your other
You said
printing
all
needs.
All your other printing needs.
All your two-dimensional
Yeah.
printing
Yes,
needs.
all
yes.
your paper.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got tired of doing the butt with the Xerox machine.
You sell
thing,
paper
so I
like,
wanted to try a 3D
Yeah,
printer.
oh, you want to
Like
do a
Dunder
3D
Mifflin?
butt printer?
like Dunder
3D
Mifflin.
butt print.
No, it's more just like the printer and copy machines. It's a very unexciting job.
Okay.
But it's I help people out. And that's all that really matters
But
at the
it
end of the
makes
day.
for
That's
exciting
what matters at
radio.
the end of the
That's-
day.
It does. I help people out. I feel better at the end of the day, and it's a very good employment. But what I heard is you voluntarily left the job recently. Is that true?
Yeah.
What happened?
I was done.
He was done.
I was done with it. I was like, you know what? I don't need this in my life.
What were you doing?
Working on at the government base. I was a government contractor.
Oh, okay.
So crunching numbers for like the government.
Well, I can understand that. And
Yeah,
Holly, what do
you
you
gotta
do
get
when you're not doing jokes?
I'm not doing jokes. I'm working. I'm working. I work at Myers. Hey, everybody at Myers Store 106
Oh, cool.
down in Inglewood.
Hey,
Ingleweed.
Holly.
Hey.
Hello.
Yell at my Mr. Bill. Well, not Mr. Hi, Bill. My store director. Hi, Mr. Bill. Oh, no.
Mr. Bill.
Yes. Yeah, you'll like that. Things are going pretty good. I got that. I did that Wamedy Women in Comedy.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
yeah,
that should be
the
coming out
podcast,
today.
yeah.
I did Wiley's Sunday. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a
Comics.
good show. I didn't stick
Yeah,
around
it
Sunday
was a
night.
good show.
I have to split.
It was a lot of people. What?
It's a great show.
Great show.
Oh,
Great
I'm sorry
Great.
if I disappointed.
No one was whispering terrible in the background.
Yeah. Now, how was the crowd? I came
Yeah,
in
well, they were
I came in Monday
WrestleMania,
and
and I heard.
What's
it
that?
It was like a
Yeah,
lot of
Sunday
people.
was WrestleMania.
So there was a lot of-
okay.
Yeah, so
oh.
we did set up a tag team match on the stage for a
Well,
while.
that helps. That helps.
A ladder match that would be kind of dangerous, but
That would be cool.
It was not another Pokemon. You're okay.
Oh,
or
okay.
Pikachu.
I want Gamera.
Focus on the
Somebody
questions,
walked by
Holly.
and took a
Focus on the
Pikachu.
questions,
Look
Holly.
at you, hey baby.
Focus.
Pikachu, Pokemon.
Yeah.
Holly, we were talking about, we were
Yep.
talking about you.
And Squirtle. Take
We
a
were
Squirtle.
talking about you earlier. How you're always like you're always a ton of energy.
Yeah.
And you never know what's gonna happen when Holly walks in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, kaboom.
We were trying to hook you up with Jess, but
That was
that's
the thing.
okay.
That was the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Unfortunately, my wife is
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
tougher than you. Don't take it the
I
wrong
know. I'm
way.
not going to argue that.
She's a pretty badass.
we
Well, that's
we
cool.
weren't really trying to set Jess up with
No.
that. We were,
That's a lie, folks.
Yes.
okay,
They,
it's a
they
lie.
tried to muscle me.
Now that sounded wrong. You have two guys
Been
trying to
that
muscle
kind of
you.
show. That's what happens when you sit on the side of the studio with Ed.
No, that's a wonderful person. He's been the nicest person to me ever, and there's a lot of wonderful people at Wiley's.
And I'm the best.
And
That's what
he's
she just
the
said.
best.
That's
And I'm
I
the
did
best.
hear that. I did hear
Yes.
that. I got that. And at Wiley's, that's yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
New
well,
year, new me. New year, new me.
And what's that number for Wiley's if you want tickets?
224 joke.
Thank you. 224 joke, or you can go to
937-224-JOKE.
wileyscomedy.com. Yeah. And see Jess
You'll print
for
them
all
out
your
for you.
printer needs.
You'll print them up. There you go.
Yeah, we're just
some extras?
advertising everything today. And what was the Meyer store?
It was
106.
106. Yes,
106,
thank
yes,
you.
yeah,
I
yeah,
forgot
there you
already. I work
You're
here.
welcome.
Third shift, you know. I haven't been to bed yet either. So.
Oh, so
You
that's
skipped
why
bed
you
to come
got
here.
so much energy.
Oh yeah.
What?
Well, I don't skip bed for everything. There's some things I love to have bed, but I'll skip it for comedy.
Well, yeah.
And most of the time in bed, it is a comical thing. So.
Exactly.
Did you just say most of the time you're in bed, it is a comedy?
Yeah, comedy of errors. No, not there.
That part.
Sorry.
Okay, no, we're okay. We're okay. So, how's comedy been going? You've been How long have you been performing
matter of
comedy?
fact, this Sunday will be 3 years.
What?
3 years.
Congratulations.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Awesome.
I think that's Cobalt, the anniversary.
That's the
Cobalt,
Cobalt
or
anniversary of
plutonium.
comedy. So it's
Well, you could have got me before you left your job there. At the
comedy
airport.
plutonium.
Plutonium.
Not like comedy gold. It's comedy plutonium.
Comedy
Won't plutonium eventually kill you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll comedy.
Yeah.
So we're good.
But, you know, I'm 65, so I already got my half-life done.
Yeah,
well,
you've reached
touche.
your half-life.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I want to be, wait, but 5 5's 10, 60, 130?
130.
Half-life?
Yeah.
Yeah,
130.
that's a little too far.
No.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
If I can get myself 8, 10 more good years, I'd be happy.
Another 65 years, that means you're due to live through another black president.
Yeah.
Touche.
Yep.
Like, I want to be gone when that happens.
Snoop Dogg. Snoop
Damn it,
Dogg,
I wanna be
Snoop
gone.
Dogg, Snoop Dogg. I want Snoop Dogg. I'll vote for him.
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen, speaking of black presidents, right? I was on YouTube a couple days ago, and I saw where Richard Pryor did a 1977 skit on Saturday Night Live about black president. And I had never seen it
that.
before. I was
Oh,
like, wow, so ahead of their time. You know what I mean? And it was
that
so
was Richard Pryor.
funny.
He was always ahead of his time.
Yeah, well, yeah, there you go.
I used to work at, God, this is back like in high school. I was working at, it was called Mr. T's. It was an auto place where you put in CDs, the CB radios and the vinyl roofs and that. And it was all black guys working there. So I used to go over to the house and listen to Richard Pryor albums when they first came out. And that was some pretty intense stuff. He was funny. I mean, he is funny.
Yeah.
That stuff. That was some good stuff. I love him and, God, like Jonathan Winters,
Oh, yeah.
Tim Conway.
Jonathan Winters is from Dayton, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from Dayton.
Well, was from Dayton.
None of those guys are
What?
putting out a lot of new stuff lately, though.
Yeah, I know. They've kind of kept quiet lately.
Yep.
But you would think there'd be
Just
so
waiting.
much for them to.
Just waiting.
Yeah.
Wait.
You gotta wait.
Yeah.
Richard Pryor's son's putting stuff out and sucking.
Yeah.
Y'all haven't heard about Mason Pryor?
I have not.
No.
Mason
On Apollo?
Pryor.
Yeah, his
No.
kid. Yeah, goes on Apollo and just like eats one.
Oh, my. You know who's from Dayton in the Marvel Universe?
What's that?
Bruce Banner. He
Yes.
was born in Dayton, Ohio.
Was he?
Yep. We should have like a
According to
special.
the comic book.
Yeah, according to
Oh,
the comic
okay,
book
okay.
thing. You let,
Not the person that plays him, not Mark Gruffalo.
All that
Right.
Mark
But, in-
For
yeah.
Fluffalo.
Yeah.
Fluffy.
Fluffy
Yeah,
Fluffalo.
yeah, I always, screw his name
that
up.
word.
Fluffy Fluffalo. Yeah.
Then I mistaked for a curse word and was trying to get the caller off
Well,
the
I thought
line.
it was, my cheap radio in my car. I was like, God, he just talked about press. It sounded like you needed to duct tape that button down.
So did he
Yeah,
work? Did
yeah.
Dr. Banner work at Wright Pat, or where else would a radiation scientist work at?
Yeah, it could be.
It
Gamma
was actually in
scientist.
the west in Nevada. Is where
Ponderosa?
the gamma ray explosion
Oh, yeah.
happened.
So he was just born in Ohio.
Yeah, he
and
was
then
born in
headed,
Dayton,
headed
Ohio.
west.
But we
Had an
could have-
abusive father. Long backstory.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
We could have
See,
a
I don't
Bruce
know all
Banner
that,
Day.
so-
We can have close the Oregon District out and have green beer and wear green face paint and stuff. And that's St. Patty's Day, isn't it?
It
Yeah,
sure
I was
is.
gonna
Okay.
say,
Well,
Sure
never
is.
mind.
There you go.
We've
We already do that,
done
Holly.
that.
Yeah.
so
We already
just-
do that, Holly.
So you just call it something else. in
We
your
only
head,
have
nobody
new
worry
current
about it.
news on this show, Holly. New current events. Okay,
Well,
we've already
my-
got that.
Hey,
Exactly.
let me
We need
shake
fresh
that-
ideas,
Shake
Holly.
that brain cell around. Oh,
Fresh ideas
That's-
here.
You're down to the last one now.
Oh, not even that much.
Fresh
Oh, okay.
ideas. We came up with Fupload earlier today. Fresh, innovative, new ideas
Yes.
on the life. with
Visit
Don Smith.
upload.com
Fupload.
Upload.
for all your
45 shares of stock.
I'll take a bacon. That's the slogan.
Is that coming, boy?
Yeah. How many you need? Upload.
We only got 12, so you're going to get what we got.
My
Yep.
boyfriend gave me a Fupload last night.
There we go. Get ready for the button.
Yep. Oh yeah. I'm poised and ready to strike at that button at any moment. Poisoned and ready to slice. All right. I think we're going to have to take a little break. What kind of music you like? Yeah?
You know what? I'm feeling some Potter's Field. You got any Potter's Field lined up?
I tell you what. Here we got some
Mr. Potter.
Tupac.
Oh, that's the wrong one.
We got some
Kendrick
St.
Lamar?
Mary, St. Michael. We'll play a little bit of that.
Close enough.
And we'll be back
Close
here
enough.
shortly.
Almost had it all, and I lost everything. All that's left to me is my name. But I don't want your pity. The only thing I need is to drown my sorrows and pain. So bartender, you asked me what I'd like to drink. Well, it's been a long day. I can hardly think, and life is such a mess. So if you're asking me, well, I'll take my whiskey. The last one that we pulled, then we'd all go clean. But then I saw them gun him down. Don't ask me what I mean. Don't say anything. Just pour me another round. So bartender, you asked me about my drink of choice. Well, I don't want anything to water down my voice. Now my life is such a mess. So maybe what I need is to take my whiskey. Maybe it's my fault. Maybe I brought it on myself. Now this glass is my only friend. I'm drinking till I'm numb. I still hurt like hell. Just keep pouring until I say when. Oh, bartender, you ask me what I'd like to drink. Well, it's been a long day. I can hardly think. My life is such a mess. So maybe what I need is to take my whiskey. So I'll take my whiskey. Yeah, I'll take my whiskey.
If there's one thing that's true about wrestling fans, it's how much they like to talk about wrestling. Join Aaron Lopez and Ben Norsworthy for the Top Rope Wrestling Podcast.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Tune in every episode and be ringside as these two break down all of the big matches in the world of professional wrestling. Brought to you by Eventide Entertainment.
Panther.
All right, we are back. I almost missed it, but we're back
Again.
It's
Hello.
been that kind of show today, Jeff.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I mean, as guest co-host, you should be on the ball here.
Gotcha.
Throwing it back at you.
All right.
Ed's
spread-
over there, so he doesn't
spread
know
the
what it
blame.
is. You're sitting right next to me.
I
Yeah,
can
you're
see
the-
you have the newest board I have ever seen
It's fantastic.
in the history of radio. I mean, that's
Exactly.
gotta
Everything's digital, you know.
It looks like what they launched the Death Star with the bright yellow buttons and get at the fire. If you people could see this is definitely 1970, late 90s, late 70s.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Impressed
It's nothing but the best.
for you.
We are back on the Life Radio Show. I'm I'm here with men. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've heard it. Yeah. Thank
Put some
you, Ollie.
respect on my name.
Yep. Ed John is here.
All three of y'all.
All
three of y'all.
What?
All three of y'all.
Yeah, along with Jess Cordry and Holly Shock.
Yeah, the show's called 3.5 Men.
She did well. There we go. We're there.
There That's
We're there.
That's the name of this show.
We're there.
I'm writing that
Bingo.
down because that's the name of this episode.
It's the bingo.
What
It's a
transpired?
bingo.
Knew where I was going with that, huh?
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Great movie, by the way.
Yes, it is.
I didn't like all of his, but that one was good.
Don actually made a transgender joke earlier
did?
today
You did.
Yeah.
Which one?
about the trivia.
That was me. I thought that was you.
There was a sign out. There was a sign out here. You passed it when you walked
Actually,
in.
it's up on the window there too.
Yeah, and
It's
it's
up on the
and
window
it says
there. It's facing the other way.
LGBTQTA
Yeah,
or whatever those
trivia
letters
night,
are,
yeah.
and it says they're having a trivia night. And Don was like, "I hope the questions are open ended because those folks aren't good with multiple choices."
That is not what I said. That was Ed that said that. So, just
Now, excuse
for
me,
anybody
because-
down the
They
hall,
said the
that's
answer's
listening.
A, but I identify with D.
Yeah.
It's all what the answer identifies as.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
You got. Okay, here we go.
Yep.
Dayton's got the Oregon district.
Okay.
Tokyo's got the Origami district.
Okay.
And San Francisco's got the Orifice district. Ask and ye shall receive.
Wow. I
There you
just
go.
got that.
Yeah.
That just clicked. That just clicked. Just clicked.
Yep. Last time I was in San Francisco, I actually rode a ferry out to a penal colony because I went on a tour of Alcatraz.
Alcatraz.
Yeah.
Yeah. Haight Ashbury. While we're talking about San Francisco, Haight
Okay.
Ashbury is the spot. Did you go to Haight Ashbury?
I did not.
You guys been to Haight Ashbury?
No.
Oh, you should check it out. It's like the real hippie side of San Francisco. Janis Joplin, all them used to hang out, live down there. Jimi Hendrix.
I remember wanting to go so bad. I wanted to go to Woodstock too, and two of my friends went, and my parents wouldn't let me go, which now, after a thought, was probably a really good idea that they didn't let me go. But yeah, I had friends who moved over to.
Have you ever gone to Bonnaroo?
No.
You got to go to Bonnaroo. Bonnaroo is like the new Woodstock. It's in Tennessee every year.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like
I might like to do that.
They
That'd be
moved it
fun.
to Tennessee.
Yeah, pretty much. It's been going on for 17 years now.
Huh.
You realize Deliverance was filmed in Tennessee, right?
That was Georgia, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Well, clear, they're touching each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're touching each other.
Oh, they were definitely touching each other.
Touching each other and stuff.
The one guy took an arrow for it
And,
because they
the-
were touching
Old
each other.
Ned Beatty.
Yeah. Well, he
It's a
got
fun time.
speared. He didn't take an arrow.
Check it out.
and deliverance
Merely
from
a flesh
evil.
wound.
Amen.
Check it out.
Yeah, just a big
Yes,
sock,
thank you very
actually.
much. I will.
Oh, yeah. All about spreading the love.
Oh,
Bring
wow.
that love. Spread too much love, I'll sue you.
That's like Tennessee for that kind of place just doesn't seem like it would. I don't know.
Yeah, it wouldn't.
It's in a huge field. It's kind of detached from everything else. Like, it's a great spot. It's a
That's
huge
Tennessee.
farm.
Yeah.
Other than
Kinda
Memphis.
kinda
It's a
pretty much
huge
the
farm.
They got a 70-foot statue of Tennessee Tuxedo down there too.
Tennessee tuxedo.
Oh, that's an old reference.
Yeah, the
That's a
cartoon.
cartoon show.
Oh,
On the
okay,
Rocky
okay.
and Bullwinkle show.
Yeah, and yeah,
Going back to
Tennessee.
squirrels.
missed that one altogether.
We're back to squirrels. We're back
Yeah,
on squirrels.
that super chicken.
Hey, Rocky, you
George's
like me for
Jungle.
rabbit?
Yep, no, I missed that one. I didn't
Oh
see the
yeah,
Tennessee
that was
tuxedo.
Don, was that Don Adams did the voice, wasn't it? Tennessee Tuxedo.
I don't know.
You
we all
got
old
me
as
on
hell.
that.
Yeah.
My nerd R's doesn't go that deep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
Nerd.
hell you say?
that was
You
that.
were calling Pokemon characters.
Yeah,
You
that was
deem yourself the
Yeah,
authority.
you're the one that came out with a Squirtle.
Oh,
and you're
perfect.
saying,
I have tons of
You're the
useless
self-
knowledge.
Oh, how about Yu-Gi-Oh?
Pokemon
You know
authority.
Yu-Gi-Oh pretty good.
No, I only know their cards. That's all I can
Ah.
say is that there are cards. I know nothing else about that stuff.
okay,
Yeah, me neither.
Sorry.
that's all right. Well, our resident nerd has let us down.
Yeah, all I know about Yu-Gi-Oh, I read in the Bible.
Not
so.
nearly as many times as I've let down my wife.
Yeah, on multiple levels.
Ooh,
Okay,
multiple.
okay, multiple. All right, a man was injured. We're going to hit some news just in case, just in
Okay.
case people need to know what's going on there.
Okay, now
Dun,
let's
dun, 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 dun.
A man was injured north of Anchorage, Alaska, after a moose that he had just kicked stomped his foot in return. KTVA TV reported that the man escaped major injuries in the encounter Thursday with the moose and her calf. State Department of Fish and Game spokesman Ken Marsh said, "It sounds like the moose were on the trail. In this case, it just sounds like the guy was trying to go through them. That's never a good idea." The two moose left the area after the man had his foot stomped, said Alaska Trooper spokeswoman Megan Peters. Peters said, "I'm not a biologist, but as a lifelong Alaskan, I would advise people not to go around kicking moose."
Kicking moose?
Don't go around kicking moose.
He's probably doing that Alaskan moonshine or something, too. I'll kick this moose.
I'm going to kick me a moose.
I don't like you. I don't like Bullwinkle.
He said Megan Peters.
As soon as I said Peters, you were out of that story altogether.
Oh, you're like,
hey, there we go.
Who in the right
Moose
mind knows?
kicking Peters. That's right.
Yeah, married to Richard Peters, yes. The whole Peter family.
Did you say that moose kicked his Peter? Is that
Man went to Sharon Cox. What?
The big Peter family get-together every year. They gather all the meese.
What do you call a pack of mooses?
Dangerous.
This sounds like a horrible bar joke, but it's a question.
Would that be a
I
herd?
used to smoke a pack of Camels, but
Well, no, because you said two mooses, right?
two moose.
Two moose. So there's no
Moose
plural.
is
Is that
plural.
the
Moose
plural?
Moose
Is that
is
the
plural of moose, yes.
Two moose. Oh, Yorick, I knew him well.
Well, no, I'm just saying. I see this guy walking through a herd of moose,
Yeah.
all right, and he kicks one.
I think
and
it is.
all
I
that
think it is a
happens-
herd, actually.
And all that happens
Like
is he
this.
gets his foot stomped.
Well,
on.
it wasn't a herd. It was a moose and her calf.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was two.
So
Better
yeah, it was
seen
just
than
two.
not heard.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, moose. You got a gaggle of geese.
No, I don't.
You got
A murder of crows.
A murder of crows.
a depression of comedians.
Yes. Yeah. What else we got?
I don't know.
Well, who in the right mind thinks to kick an 800-pound animal
Right.
who has horns as big as a person? What do
well,
you
I
have to
was
be on?
kinda
Do you remember when I was
disappointed.
talking about white people problems
Yeah.
earlier? This is another white person problem.
Yeah, I was kind of
Yeah.
disappointed they didn't give a name because somebody that does that needs to be identified nationally.
Olaf or something, yeah.
Yeah, Olaf Svensson.
Well, he's in
the
Alaska
moose
for a
kicker.
reason.
The moose kicker, yes.
He's exiled to
He's the
Alaska
moose
for a reason.
whisperer.
Yeah.
He's right up there with the lady with the theft on her record, applying.
Yeah, applying to work at the jail.
Yeah.
That sounds like the whole state's on the wrong side of the fence.
Yep. So don't kick moose. That's
You kick moose?
the lesson of the day.
Brought to you by, was that Sharon Peters or Wendy Peters? What was her
Megan.
name?
Megan
Peters.
Peters.
Sharon
Brought to you by-
Peters, yes.
Yeah, Sharon Peters. I knew her. And her sister Fonda. Hi, I'm
And-
Fonda Peters.
And
I
the
bet
cousin
you are.
and cousin Layla.
All right. The mystery of a tiny, I can't do this one.
Tie-dye?
The mystery of a tiny skeletal mummy that has captured the public's imagination and baffled scientists for years may finally have an answer. The body is just 6 inches long and likely a fetus. However, it has a skeletal structure. This is not a terrible. It has a skeletal structure that appears to be that of a 6-year-old child, since the mummy had 10 pairs of ribs instead of 12 and an elongated head. Some believed it to be an alien. But DNA tests confirmed that the skeleton, nicknamed Atta, is discovered. This is boring. Let's
Oh,
move
you
on
know
to
what, though? I just, honest to God, I read this. They said the reason when you see, like, the Egyptian pictures of, like, all the kings and the queens have the long and elongated heads, it's because they kept it in the family. They didn't want anybody. They thought anybody that wasn't
Royalty.
royalty.
That's how it
Yeah,
happened.
so that's how it's. I forget the name of the
Well,
disease.
yeah,
That's where
yeah.
that phrase comes from. Yeah.
Conehead syndrome. I don't know.
Well, they come from France, is what I've heard.
Tang.
I spit on your pyramid.
Yep. That was kind of the boring story there. I apologize for that.
Well, that's
Let's
okay.
move on.
Little teeny. That'd be kind of not a very scary movie with a little teeny mummy. You can just kick him.
Yep. The Mummy Returns. Kick it again.
Stop that! I'm dangerous.
Yeah.
Baby Groot.
Yeah. I don't know. Chucky was pretty. He was pretty vicious.
Yeah.
So who knows? A 6-inch long mummy could do some damage.
Yeah.
You don't even see it coming.
Hi.
Oh, no, I'm all right.
Fight the demon.
Stupid human.
Keep it clean. Keep it clean.
Yep. Keep your 6-inch mummy clean.
Well, you put him under wraps, and then he's safe.
Put him under wraps. That's a good one.
Put him under wraps.
That's a good one.
Well, that way you don't see it coming.
Yeah.
Well, we broke Ed earlier. We just broke Jess.
That would be Mr. Toot Toot Common.
You just have a tootin' common.
Yeah, that's beans.
Punxsutawney Phil. We'll move on from
Okay, Punxsutawney.
Punxsutawney Phil is a wanted groundhog. A Pennsylvania sheriff's officer has put up a wanted poster for Phil. The handlers of the groundhog a couple months ago said the funny rodent called for 6 more weeks of winter after seeing his shadow. The Monroe County Sheriff's Office says that expired a few weeks ago, yet a spring storm brought more snow to the northeast. Let's see. Corporal Scott Martin tells WBRE TV that he created the poster and placed it on a wanted wall because he is now sick of snow in the spring. The poster claims Phil is wanted for deception. Phil is described as having brown and gray hair, brown eyes, and sharp teeth. Records dating to 1887 show Phil has predicted more winter 103 times while forecasting an early spring just 18 times.
He's under the witness protection program now. He's wearing bunny ears in Duluth.
Or wheels. We put wheels on Punxsutawney Phil. There was a squirrel earlier. You missed it.
Oh, what was the squirrel about?
The squirrel was caught in a trap and lost both of his front paws, and so somebody in where was it? It was
Turkey.
Batman Turkey. Batman Turkey.
Batman Turkey.
Batman Turkey.
Where are you from?
Yes.
Batman.
Yep. I'm from
We said that too.
Oh, you said that already?
Yeah.
New shit. We need new.
Well, you know what?
We need
That must
new
have been
material. Holly.
take you
when I
anywhere.
got within 7 miles. That's when the reception got really good.
Before that,
Yeah.
you didn't hear about the
You
squirrel.
were battling the stones
Yeah,
there
the
for a while.
squirrel's
Rolling
name was
Stones.
Caramel. by the way.
Caramel?
Yep. So Punxsutawney Phil
Yeah.
and Caramel are now both the only wheeled
And it's-
rodents.
I'm sorry, in this
Front
day and
legs are
age,
caramel
if you're
chewy
really
goodness.
counting on a rodent to protect your weather, your future, you got problems. I mean, tell us about the black community.
It is.
Do
It
they-
is. It's so racist because it's like if this animal comes up from the ground and sees a shadow, which happens to be black, then we're going to have 6 more weeks of bad weather. Oh, he saw black. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good.
Oh, now that you said it that way,
I mean, you got to think about it. You got to.
I
totally
know.
sound
Now
like
you
I have
said
an
it that
agenda,
way,
don't
no.
I? I sound like I totally have an agenda.
Not
But
at
no.
all, Ed.
no, that's true.
No. What's the most dangerous condition to drive in?
Black ice.
Black ice.
Sex. Well, I don't know.
Well,
For me.
well, never. There's she. Yeah, she can
Well,
pop me there.
unless there's a whiteout, Ed.
Oh.
Good one, Don.
Oh,
I didn't expect.
no.
I didn't expect you to serve another one up.
This is terrible. This is
I didn't
terrible.
expect you to return that serve.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I
It just
didn't-
hit me.
Don, if it was a whiteout, he would be using chains on his tires.
That's very good. That was a good,
And
good
the big
tag.
black eyes.
That was a good
Oh,
tag.
black eyes.
That was a good tag.
Texas tea. Oh, wait a minute. That's Beverly.
Black iced tea.
That's what you
Here's
eat
a
on.
He
little
is.
story
He's a
about a
rapper.
man named
No,
Bill.
black eyes.
I'm a rapper now?
No, iced tea.
You're a mini mummy rapper. We'll call you mini mummy.
Well, he's an actor now, too.
He's an actor. Right.
People just walked by.
A good
good.
actor, though. Surprisingly
Yeah, he's
good
really
actor.
good.
Yes,
I-
yes.
Surprisingly good. I was like, okay.
He's on Law and Order, right?
I believe so.
I was going to say SUV.
SUV. he's on the SUV.
Yeah, Law and Order SUV.
Let's go. Let's do
So
it.
where are we? Where are we?
I don't know. You were on the
I
rundown.
believe I served.
We're talking
news.
Okay,
We're talking
okay.
about
Back on the
Alaskan-
news. Back on the
Alaskan
news.
mummy
Okay.
mooses.
You really
Alaskan
can't talk.
mummy moose.
Yeah, we're on the.
Alaskan mummy moose.
That's my favorite dessert.
What do you call a mummy's father?
Whoa.
Daddy.
Daddy.
Got a mummy and a daddy. That was
What you be pulling
Wouldn't
around
that be
about?
the mummy's partner, though?
You're right. That was the worst.
Because if it
joke.
was the mummy's father, it'd be grandpappy.
You're right. You're right. Hold on.
Okay,
Moving on.
Crews have replaced a telephone pole in Providence, Rhode Island that was being held together by duct tape. WJAR-TV reports the pole was split in two several weeks ago when it was struck by a truck. Struck by a truck. It
Hope
was
it didn't kill a
actually,
duck.
well, Dr. Seuss is the one that hit it.
On page 3.
Sorry.
A crew with National Grid used tape to hold the pole together, and a supervisor with the utility deemed it safe for the short term. Permanent repair was scheduled for next week, but the pole was replaced Friday after a resident expressed concern about its safety. apparently not trusting its duct tape.
Well, you know what's dangerous about that? Because that pole, that state's so small, it would take out a third of the state if it fell over.
Well, they say when struck by a truck, fix it with a duck.
If a duck can drive a truck,
If a duck can drive a
shut it up
truck,
and let it work.
Yep, now's the time to say "fupload," and everybody's going to...
Fuckload.
It might get stuck.
got a duck
Yeah, that's
load
the
with a
word
fuck
of the day.
load. Oklahoma, where the sun goes, dashing on the rain.
Mail time. Fuckload.
I'll take
Daylight
it.
coming, we want a fuck load.
Oh, okay. We got...
I mean, in the hood, do they duct tape things? Where I'm from, the country, the good old boys where the men are men and the sheep are afraid.
Yep.
It's duct tape to make to fix everything, and if it's supposed to move, it's WD-40. So where you guys are from, is that the same thing?
Yeah, you see duct tape.
yeah, yeah.
You see duct tape.
WD-40
I
comes
see
good. A
duct
lot
tape
of things.
holding
duct tape.
bumpers on cars.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See, I've seen duct tape holding engine blocks in.
Yeah, I seen duct tape holding the hoods down.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah. It happens.
So I mean,
Oh.
it's pretty. I would not have any complaints if there was a pole.
I mean,
with
but
duct
if
tape.
it's holding a pole that holds electricity,
Yeah,
That's telephone.
Yeah.
the same thing, right?
Yeah, you should use
Well,
electrical
it's a
tape.
telephone pole.
Telephone
'cause,
pole.
I mean, I'm sure they
Telephone
run
pole.
the electrical wires up
Yeah.
there, too.
Oh, that's
So,
a
I
good
mean,
point.
Unless they're
Yeah.
buried. They
No,
can
they
be
just-
a little bit
buried.
they
more
just run a
duct tape. You want a
Not
little
in
bit
Rhode
more duct
Island.
tape.
Right. Not in Rhode Island.
They
Yeah.
just run a bunch of orange extension cords across the state. That's what they do.
Yeah. It only takes two 50-footers and they're good. The whole state's covered.
Touche.
Someone kicked the cable out.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. It's in Rhode Island. That pole could have fallen over and just knocked out the grid for the entire state. That's just that one pole is all that served that state. So,
That damn squirrel would do it.
yeah, that's well, he's on wheels. What do you expect?
Yeah, ding, 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 ding.
That's what he needs with those wheels. He needs one of those little bicycle
Yeah.
bells that jing jing when the squirrel's running by. It's a road squirrel.
Put train wheels on so you can go down the tracks.
Yep. Yeah, they'd have to be spread out pretty far, though.
Yeah, that'd be painful.
Yeah.
And
And moving on.
Next batter.
An activity that was the subject of condemnation 5 years ago is supposedly making a comeback, and that is snorting condoms up one's nose.
Oh, yeah.
The condom
White people
snorting.
There is
I knew
no
that was
black
coming.
kid, no black
Yeah, white
kid
problem. You're
is-
exactly right.
is snorting a condom at all.
I
No,
would hope
no black
not,
kid. I promise.
I could make a really bad statement there, but I'm not going to. The condom snorting.
I'm waiting. That's not a black people
But-
problem. dog.
it's not. No, it's not. The condom.
It's not.
I know. I agree with you.
It's
I
nice
agree
to know
with
I'm
you.
not the crazy
I agree
one
with
today.
you, but I don't want to say the reason because that's going to be really bad.
I'm going to have to go to
It's not a black
confession.
people problem.
The condom
begging
snorting
Don.
challenge, as it is called, requires participants to video themselves snorting an unrolled condom up one nostril and pulling it out through the mouth. Although the activity was first reported back in 2013, it's apparently returned, unlike other bizarre forgotten internet fads from that era, like planking, Tebowing, owling, and vadering, which half of that I don't even know what the heck it is. Stephen Enriquez, an educational specialist in Texas, told San Antonio station KABB that condom snorting is coming back because the extreme activity can help teenagers make a name for themselves on social media. Because these days our teens are doing everything for likes, views, and subscribes, Enriquez says, as graphic as it is, how is that graphic? It's just dumb. We have to show parents because teens are going online looking for challenges and recreating them because they can't come up with their own condom snorting challenges.
We could give them a new challenge just for fun.
I think they're challenged enough.
Well, what you do is you take two condoms, and you kind of stick one up your nose.
Sounds
have
like
the other one out
experience
the back
coming
of your
into play.
pants. You go, hey guys, look how I did this one.
There you go.
And see if they
Somebody
try
would
it.
try it.
Yeah, I know.
Somebody would try it.
Somebody would try it.
Yeah, that's.
But that's white people problems.
That's white people.
Those are white people problems.
Absolutely.
That's
The magnum of
no
that
black
situation.
kid is going to video record themselves with a condom up their nose like evidence. Like then you can't even lie about it. You can't even lie your way out of it.
God, yeah, everybody films everything now.
Yeah, pretty much. All the time.
All the time. 24/7.
We might even be being filmed right now.
Well, that's
And we might even be being recorded right now.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What if we were
And they're going,
broadcast?
why are we
What if
wasting
we were
I would hate to be a
broadcast
white
over the
parent
radio?
right now.
What's that?
I would hate to be a white parent because you got your Tide Pods are getting missing. Your condoms are disappearing. Like, what the hell? What? What's going on?
Apparently kids don't want to do laundry and they want a brother. They want a little brother or sister running around,
That's
so they're
crazy
snorting
to me.
all their kids.
That's so crazy to me. I don't know.
Yeah, the Tide Pods, I just don't understand at all. I mean, baby, hide them from babies because,
So you kind of understand the condoms.
No.
You see
Well, you
a
can
lot
still
of the
use
I
condoms.
the
don't
condom.
understand the Tide Pods at all, but the condoms,
But the
You
condoms-
can still use the condoms. They're not destroyed, I don't think. You just have to wash that crap off of it.
I just roll it back up. It's still good lubricant.
It's still good. It's still good.
Once you pull it through,
little snot.
it's
Like
good to
some
go.
kids showed up at school like, look what I can do.
Yeah, and somebody said,
Show
that's
and
cool,
tell?
let me try.
Show and
That's-
tell.
Look what I can do.
This is where we are now.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're going to be taking care of us one day.
I wouldn't count on it. You are frozen in space.
Because
Ed.
I
You're just-
can't understand. Like as a kid,
Uh-oh.
none of us did anything that stupid as a
Smoke
kid.
cigarettes.
Like smoke. I mean, yeah.
Jury's still
Yeah.
out on that.
Weed.
I'm just saying, like a
Okay,
condom.
most
okay,
of
no.
us
Beer.
yes, did not do something that
What's the
stupid.
equivalent of doing something like that though? And like,
Huff and paint? I don't know. Huff and
Oh,
gas.
Shut
I mean,
up,
They
Bob.
didn't
paint
even do
fumes are
that.
going to get up your nose regardless. If paint fumes are in the house, they're going up your nose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
But
no,
a condom,
people did that on purpose to get high, but I don't see how a condom gets you high.
But I get it. But
Well, even for a while, for a short while, a couple years ago, it's the thing to go into the stores, a bunch of kids, and then run by the dairy and take a gallon of milk and splash it on the ground and then break it. And we had some kids running through. This guy went, boom, the second it hit.
I just want to know
Yeah.
if that's going on. If that's going on in regular people's houses, right? Regular kids are doing that shit, right? That
What
stuff.
are the dumb kids doing?
No, what's that crazy 13-year-old in the White House doing? Barron, Trump's kid. What's he doing?
God.
What's he doing? Like he's taking like vetoes and wiping his ass with it. What's he doing?
He's drooling. I think he's just drooling.
He's got the
at
reparations act.
He's snorting. He's snorting his dad's spray tan.
Like what's he doing? If that's going on in regular houses, what's going on? What's little Barron doing? And he already looks
Barron.
crazy. He looks crazy.
Well, there you go.
Nothing
know
like
what?
going after a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Go
the
get
kid's
him.
Crazy. The kid's crazy. The kid's crazy.
Are you talking
kid's
about
taller
Ben
than you,
and
by the
Trump
way.
like that?
The kid's crazy.
Ben and Trump? Yes.
As sad as it makes me, we're going to have to get off the air.
Oh, no, because we got
We
a
got
lot more
problems
flub
in America.
bluffing.
I
whatever that
know.
is.
I know. A lot more uploading to do.
Fupload.
Fupload.
Hashtag Fupload.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hashtag
yeah.
Fupload.
Let's do a 12-hour charity for uploading.
Yeah. We'll do it
Yes,
12 hours.
there are
We're
many
just
people
gonna
that can't
take over the
upload.
I think we
airwaves,
own that word now.
and we're going to upload all day long.
We'll all get tats right now. Let's go ahead and get tats.
Yeah.
Upload tats.
Fupload.
All right, Holly, so good to have
It's
you.
wonderful. I
It's
had a
always
blast
pleasure.
today. I want everybody to come down here tomorrow and do it. Can we?
We won't be here tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Just confuse everybody if we show up.
Well, okay. Well, I mean,
I mean, you can come on in.
Come on
there might
down.
be a show going on. You can come
oh
on
boy. I mean, I enjoyed you.
Thank you.
I enjoy everybody, and I love all you
One of the
guys.
few
You
people
guys
ever
are
say that.
so good.
in. Ed, Jess, thanks for you guys did a fantastic job as co-guest
Thanks as always.
co-host.
So did you.
Today.
As host.
I appreciate it.
Co-host the Barbarian.
Thanks for having us.
You're mid to
Okay,
fair.
now that we're done kissing everybody's butts,
Fair
we're going to
to
go
middle.
ahead.
We're gonna upload.
Yeah, we're going to upload on out.
3.5
here.
We're going to be
Yeah.
regular races again.
Yep.
Once we get out there.
It's just 3.5 men uploading like
Yeah.
we normally do on Wednesdays. It's Upload Wednesday.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week for another round of fun. Thanks for listening to the Life Podcast. Check us out on Eventide Entertainment's Podcast Network. Remember, if you want to listen live, we're on Wednesdays from noon to 2 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM, or you can always stream the show live at wwsu1069.org. If you have suggestions or comments for the show, feel free to email us at thelife1069@gmail.com.
The brutal presence. overwhelms me. The brutal presence overwhelms me.
Stop that! I'm dangerous.